Hi guys, Gunchimp here and welcome back to another episode of my legendary playthrough of Skyrim on the Xbox 360. I thought this episode we'd go hunting for Dragon's Tongue and Creep Cluster, which are two really useful ingredients for making potions, basically for the purposes of selling them on. And to do that we need to go to Windhelm and then just basically scout out this area here. But before we do that I thought I might as well call in on Whiterun again just to sell off the crap that we still have lying around from the Dark Brotherhood. Let's see if we can make any... Nope, no ingots. So. Let's see if he'll speak to us after we gave him a beating. As one of the companions' quest line. Hopefully we will, because I really needed to sell stuff.
Welcome to Warm. Take a look.
Anything useful? Not really. Might be quite useful to have later on just to learn the blocking spell, but not right now. Ooh, bows do 30% more damage. Now that is interesting, but unfortunately we don't have sufficient funds right now. Take the ore. Always take the ore whenever you can. It's cheaper than the ingots and it weighs the same. Let's see if we can sell you anything. You can have that, for example. And that and that. I'll keep on to that. That as well. Can have those though. Don't need that anymore. Okay. Let's quickly go to Arcadia as well. And sell off the potions that we made. Whoops. It's a bit laggy. Not respawned yet? No.
Something for just about everybody. What do you need? So you're interested in my potions?
My potions, yes. Let's see what ingredients she has. First of all, as always, Blisterwort. That's useful for our Fortify smithing potions, so we'll take those. Dragon's Tongue. That's what we're going to be looking for in this episode, so I'm not going to bother buying any. Fire salts. We have a mission to collect 10 of those, so might as well. Juniper berries. We could do with finding these as well. Now these are in Markarth, so once we finish with the Dragon's Tongue we might as well do a quick run around the area near to Markarth, see if we can get some juniper berries as well. Lavender we've got tons of. Salt pile we've got tons of. So she's not really got anything that useful. Let's see what we can sell her. You can have that. I mean, these Fortify health potions are just for cash more than anything else. That's why we made them. So I'm gonna sell those carrots just to get them out of the inventory. So we've got 2,000. Let's see if it's enough to do maybe a little bit of training in smithing, and then we'll press on to Windhelm. Quickly run up here. Oh damn, he's not in his place yet. Oh, excellent.
It's an honourable craft. I'll show you what I can.
Oof, it's quite expensive. But what the hell, we'll train once at least. So we've still got 4 more training opportunities. What we could do... Oh, take a Lavender. Is maybe try and find something a little cheaper to train on. Because I don't want to waste these levels, especially this early on in the game. So let's see what we can maybe learn. Just anything?
We Greymaids have been feuding with the battle.
Not interested right now.
Their enemy then
You still need to prove yourself, whelp. All right then.
Where is everyone?
For the Empire and to the all-merry Dominion.
I've heard you may. I'll show
How
you.
much is this going to cost us? Probably too expensive. Yeah, I thought so. So the problem with being quite high now. Training costs a heck of a lot. But hopefully we can maybe train a little bit more in one-handed or maybe in heavy armor, which would be quite useful. So I want to make the switch over to heavy armor as soon as possible, just because we're just getting creamed. Pretty much anything can do way too much damage to us, so we need to try and get as much protection as we can.
I've been tending to
Ooh,
the
what the fuck?
warriors of your Vasco.
What can you teach us?
I'm still
Block?
trying to
Well,
figure
I'm
out
not
why
really using that.
Spore let you in the first place.
Get out, dog. Now where's the elf? Because he is a one-handed trainer. So I'm hoping once we advance a little bit the storyline, we can actually come in here and just raid everything. Get some really cool stuff just lying around. I mean, if you want an elven bow for free, you can unlock this case. The reason I didn't do it is because once you steal something, there's a chance, like with dragon attacks later on, there's a chance that mercenaries will just come and give you a hard time, which is kind of annoying. And as we're quite a low level character anyway, I didn't really want to risk it. The problem with legendary is we're quite cowardly, really. She doesn't teach it. And the elf isn't here. So yeah, a bit disappointing. So let's go find maybe Amran. Because it looks like legendary is more than anything, it's just preparation work. No one here. Whoops. I want to see if they're all hanging out the back. Here we go. Who's this?
I hope you've readied yourself.
Oh, no. Don't want to start that mission just yet.
The latest recruit.
You're useless. There's Elf Boy. Hello.
I can teach you a few things.
I'm sure you can. Excellent, and it's quite cheap as well, so why not? One. Damn. So we've still got 2 levels of training left before we level up. So let's get over to Windhelm, which is over here. So I'll catch you guys in a sec. Actually, we're going to go to Windhelm, to this place, to Holyfrost Farm, just to raid it for snowberries and wheat. Okay, so it's night time, which is never a good idea. In Legendary with Dawnguard, as vampires attack you and they're really powerful, so I'm just going to wait till daytime. Another good thing about waiting till daytime is it's actually easier to see what you're looking for, which in this case is snowberries. Why snowberries? Well, snowberries are quite useful because you can mix them with, one second, Dragon's Tongue and Blue Mountain Flower to make a really good anti-dragon potion. By anti-dragon it's because it increases your frost and fire protection, meaning that you're going to 2 out of 3 dragons usually use either frost or fire attacks, so you know you're going to be pretty much protected. How that stands up in Legendary though I'm not quite sure, but as you can see, really excellent source of chicken eggs, wheat and snowberries. It's just lying here, and every 10 days you can make a return trip and just raid the place again. So that's one farm down. Let's go for the other one and do the same again. So 1. Now wheat's a really good ingredient for regeneration, health potions, that kind of thing. And also if you combine wheat with lavender and blue mountain flowers, you can make a Fortify your health potion, which levels up alchemy really quickly. on the one hand, and on the other hand it's actually worth quite a lot of gold when you sell it. I think this place is done and done, so grab this blue mountain flower, probably one of the most useful ingredients in Skyrim. There's a chicken, but what the hell? I've got to be careful around here as well, because there are some really heavy duty creatures that wander around. Like there's frost trolls, there's saber-toothed cats, and in our case skeevers and wolves can cause quite a big problem as well. So yeah, don't be afraid ever to pick up flowers, guys. I can't stress it to you enough, because chopping wood, as you've seen, is a really good earner, but it's also really boring as well. I mean, if you cut 200 pieces of wood, that's 1,000 gold, but it takes about 30 actual minutes to do it. So, you know, you've got to be very patient to sit through the animation. And potions are actually a lot easier to make money, as they'll level up your alchemy once you're making them, and then once you're selling them, obviously you're leveling up your speech. But I didn't do that at the first time, just because I wanted to use each of the 5 opportunities I have to level up. Here's this guy. What's his story? Ooh, lockpick training. That's interesting, but I really need a pickpocket trainer.
The worm said, how high the mountains.
So much for these guys. Got anything decent?
Welcome you, friend. Take a look.
I will. I'm looking really more than anything else for anything that helps me with archery. It could be useful. Our gold has been destroyed once more. Has it got any useful? Okay, quite quickly dash on. There's a Skyrim taxi service. Okay, and where we want to head is basically in this general direction. Oops, there we go. Roughly around here. I don't want to go too far, because like I say, there are some really heavy duty bad guys. But there's also a really useful town, which is roughly, I think it's about here, called Kynesgrove or Lion's Reach, and there's a malachite mine there, and there's nothing inside it, so you have to clear it out, and that's quite useful if you want to go down the glass armor route. Or basically you just go in there, mine it, and then sell it to the guy outside the door. Creep cluster, which is kind of this thing here. Looks like something out of a horror film, to be fair. And these we can mix together to make... there you go, there's Dragon's Tongue, that's the one we're after. Dragon's Tongue is really useful in a number of ingredients, one of which you can make is a Fortify barter potion by mixing it with tundra cotton. Another really useful use for it is the anti-dragon potion, like I said before, to resist frost and fire damage, by mixing it with snowberries and purple mountain flowers. But for now, what we are going to do is just follow this road, but before we do that, let's just quickly scoot up here just to unlock this location. There you go, Kynesgrove, sorry, that's the one, that's what it's called. And the mine, if you were wondering, is just up this way. Because to raid the farmer's field. Oh, who's this guy?
An outsider?
What's your story?
Mine's always on the verge of collapse.
Alteration.
Good thing I'm around to keep it up.
What do you do? Oh,
I can certainly
no, I didn't want to do that. Oh crap, I didn't want to do that. Fumbling fingers.
Nosy one, huh?
Yep.
I was a mage back in Morrowind. I lend my talents to the mines here, helping them keep the tunnels safe. By Azura, it gets hot in there. I use frost salts for a potion to keep the heat bearable, but I'm out.
Here we go. Another side mission. I could find frost salts for you.
If you want to go to the trouble, feel free. I suppose I could offer you a bit of free alteration training when you get back.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So we only need some frost salts, and I think we've actually got some in our stash, so...
I've never seen you before. Leave me alone.
Dragon's tongue. What's your story?
Fancy yourself an alchemist, huh? Never could get the hang of that.
That's because you're a stupid guard. What's your story?
Seen the remnants of the grove? That? Well, that was me. Honest gold
For honest work. Yes. There you go. 2 firewood, 10 gold. Easy. I think it's not going well for you.
We got the mill up and running before we found out that the big stand of trees on the hill was sacred. Now we can't cut them, and we can't afford to buy another mill somewhere else.
Why are you getting so
So we
close to me?
scrounge whatever we can from around the tundra.
Okay.
Until next.
Well, here's the mine. Steam Scorch Mine. It doesn't show up on the map, but as you can see, it's full of malachite ore. Just go in there and help yourself. No problems. There's also a handy smelter. I'm gonna go up there for now. I'm just gonna scoot around here and then we'll head back to the road. There you go, Dragon's Tongue, thank you. Thank you. Actually, while we're here, might as well scoot into the Braidwood Inn. Okay, let's see if we can't pick up another side mission to add to our collection and be on our merry way.
All this talk of... Well, a lifetime of study, you might say.
Okay.
The best comes from Riften, but I haven't been there in years. Ever tried making your own? It's, not easy, trust me.
Ah, fair enough.
Aye.
Did you see my husband already? I'm sorry. He can come off a bit rough at times. People say there's someone in Riften.
And Riften can change your face, yes we know.
Make you look completely different.
And the face changer isn't from Hearthfire as I thought, it's actually from Dawnguard, so... It's just lets you change basically the character that you built if you want. Got any work?
Take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Okay, another bounty mission, but
Yeah.
not for now. Okay, let's crack on. Actually guys, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to scoot around this area on my own off camera just because it's not really that interesting to watch. I'm not going to get into any fights or anything like that, hopefully. But what we're going to do, let's see where we are at the moment. We've currently got 9 Dragon's Tongue and 1 Creep Cluster. So hopefully when you rejoin me the next time, I'm going to have at least 30 of each. And like I say, I'm not going to go too far from this area. We've got Kynesgrove here, and what I'll do, if I find any landmarks, I'll unlock them so you know roughly where I've been. And yeah, that's it for this episode. As always guys, any comments on how I can improve it or things you'd like to see me do. And I know the obvious thing is get on with the missions, get on with the main quest. But you've seen yourself, it is quite difficult to take down any kind of bad guy at the moment on legendary difficulty. So I'm really concentrating on trying to build up my character first before we get really stuck into the missions. So I hope you can bear with me with this. I mean, hopefully you're going to learn a lot from the potions I'm going to be making with the ingredients and where you can find them. So hopefully that'll help you guys out with your own playthroughs. And yeah, thanks for sticking with me, and I'll catch you lovely people in the next episode. As always, thanks for watching, take care, and peace.